This short movie will show you a lot of different kinds of swarms and hopefully different ways of catching those swarms and bringing them home. In this case, the beekeeper was able to shake the bees into the box, close up the box, and leave it there all day, and by evening they are in the box and we close it up and take it home and put it in a new hive the next day. When you go out and get a swarm, it's really a good idea to have a ladder with you so you can put the swarm box up off the ground. If the swarm is really low down, then you might have a small table. That works too. And don't forget the caution tape so you can mark off the area. This next swarm was way up in the trees, a little bit too high, and we didn't have a ladder that was high enough. So we ended up leaving it there, but we did put the ladder underneath in the hopes that the swarm would come down and find the swarm box. A friend of mine uses a fruit picker's ladder. I wouldn't recommend it. That is too high. So many accidents happen using ladders. But he was able to get this swarm. Here's another kind of swarm. The swarm got caught up in this shade cloth, and it was kind of difficult to get. So this beekeeper is actually using his hands to go in there and make sure that the bees are going into the box. I wouldn't recommend this for all of you out there, but this guy felt confident that he was going to get the bees. He does end up smoking the bees to drive them down a little bit, and that did help. This swarm may look easy, but it ended up being one of the more difficult swarms I've ever tried to catch because it was stuck in a rose bush and a picket fence, and it wasn't in a nice round ball. So I actually ended up using a couple of frames that had some comb on them and a little sugar water so that the bees just started climbing all over those frames, and I was able to put the frames in the box, and that worked out really, really well. I often take an extra veil along in my car when I go on a swarm call because if the homeowner wants to help, they often are delighted to be able to do that. In this case, the homeowner really enjoyed helping me get these bees into the box. If you see a swarm hanging from a branch, please call or visit our website and go to the swarm list and find a beekeeper who will come out and get that swarm and put it in a box. This is the one thing you can do to help us save the bees.